Hey train fan, this is Doug Train Depot. All aboard. You remember the other day, last week I was saying I had to paint our railings to go downtown Atlanta. This is what it looked like when they painted. This is what it looked like before they painted. They come in a little bag like this. And they're very inexpensive. You can get them on different platforms. But they come like that, just white. So I'm gonna show you. All I did was get some cheap black flat paint, and that's what keep your costs down. If whatever you want, and whatever color, you just go get the cheapest paint, where you can spray it, and it'll turn to whatever color you want. Let it sit. Once it's sit, then you have what you're looking for. Okay, so we already have these here for downtown Atlanta. I'm gonna put these off on the side over here. Cause what we're gonna work on right now is our sign. Well, you remember I said I'm gonna be making a sign, billboard sign for Amtrak. Well, you need a piece of board, just a scrap board and a little T. You got to have a T ruler where you can cut, whatever size you need your unit at. So your frame. So what I'm doing now is setting up my little little jig here I have. Cause what I don't want to do is cut myself. So that's what I'm doing right now. Getting this set up where I won't cut myself, but I have it ready for the getting cut. All right, so I'm making it a little shorter. So I'm making it a little shorter. So this is what it look like on my little jig. And I'm getting my little razor and I'm gonna cut it. And cut it evenly. And make sure it's on even. Cause that really gonna make a difference, y'all. You gotta make sure your thing's on even. All right, that look even. All right. And I use a clear tee because I can see what I'm doing. So I put this on here and I just rip it. Cut it just like that. Just like that. Just tear it away. Now, my sign is getting to the shape I want it, to the size I want it. And they're going to be straight. So now I have to do the same thing going oval, going the long way. So I set my little jig back up. Like I said, there was just paper stock. Okay. For some reason, there we go. I was gonna say for some reason it don't look like it's panning out for me, but there we go. We got it now. So again, I'm going to rip it with my blade. I keep it on the board where I won't cut myself. Never put it on your lap and cut it. Never. Safety always first. You'll end up cutting yourself. Trust me. All right. Once that's done, we'll go to the next step. All right. Welcome back. Now got the regular card stock. Remember I was telling you about that foam board. Got a little thicker foam board this time. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to trace this and cut it to the shape of our little sign here we're working on. All right. Let me get to that. Let me make our mark for that. With my little board. Make sure your board have a straight edge on it. You got to make sure your board have a straight edge. All right. So once I get my paper right on my unit here, then I'm gonna mark it. I'm gonna mark it. I'm gonna mark it. All right. Once you see these little pencil marks, that's for my little straight T scale here, my T ruler. I can put it here, put it right across to make my cut for a cross. So I say, okay, I see what this is. So now I can make a cut. I can make a cut, get my blade with my board. Get my board on my lap. Put this back where it goes at. All right, now I'm gonna get my board and cut it. All right. Something don't look right. Oh, okay. All right. So let me hit pause for a moment. Okay. So I cut it. So all I have to do now is cut my edges. What I did here, just cut them off, and it's easy to do. Just get them back of your little cut there, and just run it slowly. Let that fall. I cut the other piece. You're gonna hear a pop sound, just like that. It'll pop just like that. Then you just cut it as well. You cut it the same way. Just put it right in there where you cut at. All right, now we'll just cut that right off, y'all, just like that. All right, now we got our board. We have our board where we want it. We're sand it. Make sure she's flush, because it's gonna be very important. It's gonna be very important, y'all. We gotta make sure our ends is very flush, because we gotta put boards. We're gonna cut our boards to make it through here. Now, when we put this on, you see what it look like. Now we got a card stock. Now we're gonna frame this. We're gonna frame this with wood. So let me find the right size I need to go with, and I'll get back with you. All right. Now we got the board cut. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna glue this little board right on the billboard we making. We setting up the background for it. Get back with you. Okay, I went on and framed it with the wood frame here. So we're gonna wait till it dry up. We're gonna wait till it dries, and we'll get right back with you to the next step. Well, we're waiting on the glue to dry, and while it's drying, we're gonna get back with you all soon it dries, and then we'll go to the next step. So just hold on and stay on board. Okay, we're going with the little round peg stick, what some people call skewers, but they all different sizes and all different dials of them. And what we're going to do with this, we're going to put that right under the bottom of the sign, where to give us our sign pole bottom length. And what we're going to do, once everything all completed, we're going to paint the whole thing black. I think black would be fine. I think that'll be a great color. Stay on board. All right, while we were waiting on this to dry, I built the pole support for the stand. Man, drilling this little hole out in the center, really tedious. You gotta take your time with it, because you see it's almost close to the edge of that board. And then here you gotta put a point on this where when it goes in place, it'll sit right in there. So when the glue get in there, it give you an idea. When the glue get in there on there, that's what it's gonna look like. It's gonna give you a good firm bottom. So that's what I'm working on now. And while that's drying, then I get this put right into it. Then we'll have our sign, and then I'm gonna paint the whole thing black first and see do I like it in black. And I might change it to gray. We'll see. Stay on board. Okay, while the board had dried, now I'm cutting the edges with the sand block, because you see you've got some oversized over the sign itself. We don't want that, we want it evenly. So I'm just getting this here to go back and forth to get this all even. What can look like one unit with no little bulbs, no bulbs in it. That feels good there. Now you see how that piece there sticking out? We're gonna make it where it ain't gonna be sticking out. We just gotta take our time with it, and that's all you have to do. Take your time and just go back and forth, cause it's a light board. You know, it's a light building board for doing this, so you don't have to do it too long. See how it's going on down? It's going on down, but that's what we want. So we want to get it all even to the edge like it should be. And it looks just like that. And that's what we want. So now we got our little board that where we cut the little hole, where we drilled the hole in real easy and carefully. Now what we're going to do is put that right up underneath this here. Now we might want this one to be out a little bit, just stand out a little bit. I'm looking at what we got now. I think we want this stand out a little bit. So what I'm gonna do, I gotta keep our center spot. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get this here, put this on here, and flip it where I can draw our line for center. Our center. I get a pencil, mark it. All right. I'm looking at that, trying to see. I don't like that. I don't like that spot. Even though I measured it, you always measure twice, cut once. So we're gonna try this line. Let's see what that look like to me. Now that look more like it. So, and I don't care about making this up here, because all this gonna be painted. But what I'm gonna do, what I made that line for, is this here, the hole in the center to match the hole, that line right here in the center. So that's what we're gonna do. So stay on board. All right. Thanks for staying on board. Now what I'm gonna do here, this our pole for the light, for the sign. I'm gonna put this little footer piece in where it can slide, and I'm gonna have it just stick out that much, where once I drill my hole, it'll fit right in there. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get a little glue. And put it on right, you know, any way you want it at for your height. Me, I'm just gonna put a little bit on, just like that. And what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna just rub it on around. Like this. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get that little piece of board I cut for it, but I don't want it to stick on my hand. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna slide that on into that board, just like that. So what I'm gonna do next, I'm just gonna get something just to hold this in place. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let it come on down a little more. About right in there. I'm hoping that'll be enough glue in here. I hope it'll be enough glue on here to hold it. So that's what we're gonna look like right now. We're putting a little base plate on, just a base plate. Okay, and what they're gonna do for us, they're gonna make it where we can, make it just look like it's just not going in the ground in a hole. So we're gonna make it like it's a little footer unit for it, and I think it's gonna be just fine. Stay on board. Okay, well, we made it back. It's glued up. Now I'm ready to put the poles in. We're gonna press it in here. See, that way, by pressing it in place, now we just gotta make sure we got this thing level. So I screwed a hole in my table here, just to make sure she level. She looked level to me. And you'll be doing this for yourself to see if it's about level for you. That about look like it right here. Let's see. I'm just checking it out right now. Is that level looking? That look pretty good to me. That look pretty good. So what we got is this. This gonna be our sign. This our post. Our sign gonna fit right in here on both sides. So what we're going to do right now is spray paint this all black. Stay on board. Well, all aboard. See you next time, next week. Remember, all aboard. Bye now.